Have you ever wanted a photograph to look like a pencil sketch? With Affinity Photo 2, you can easily do that. In this video, I'll show you how to make a pencil sketch using this picture of me that was taken when Richard Nixon was president. This tutorial is going to be pretty basic. First thing you need to do is to duplicate the background layer. So we'll do that the way we usually do it. So now you have two background layers. With the duplicated layer selected, which is this one, then you're going to go up to Layer and then Invert. Now I know this looks pretty scary, but don't worry about it. You'll see what's going on after a while. Now select Color Dodge from the drop down. Now this is the drop down that I'm alluding to. This one that says normal right here. You just hit on this and then you're going to go down and then find Color Dodge. So you'll hit Color Dodge and then you'll notice that everything disappears because you have two background layers and they cancel each other out, so everything appears white. Now what you need to do is to go to Live Filters, this little thing that looks like the hourglass. So when you click on it, then you're going to go up and select Gaussian Blur. Now once your Live Gaussian Blur window opens, what you're going to do is you're going to adjust the slider on the radius until you get the sketch the way you want it. So if you want it really light, then you'll go here. I'm going to elect to do this, and it's still not black and white yet. We haven't really gotten there. So once you have this, then you can close this window. And so far this is what you're left with. Now what we need to do is to remove the color. So we need to go to Adjustments, and that's over here. So once you click on Adjustments, this menu will open and you'll go up to where this says HSL. So select HSL, and then the only slider that we're going to be worried about is the saturation slider. So you're going to move the saturation shift to 0. And then that gets rid of all of our color. Now, once you do that, you can close the box because you don't need it anymore. If you take a look at this and you want to see if the lines aren't dark enough for you, personally, I like the way this one turned out better, but let's just pretend like that we want them to be a little bit darker, a little bit lighter. So we're going to go over here to Adjustments again, click on it, and then go to Levels, which is way up at the top. So click on Levels, and then we're going to go to the black level and move the slider. So you can see how this gets darker right there. And then if you want it lighter, you can move it over like that. Personally, I think the way I had it was good enough for me, but I'm just showing you this in case you get a drawing that's a little bit too light for you and when you want to adjust it. So this is what you would do, and see how dark you can make it. Well, you don't want to do that, but anyway. So I'm just going to close this without doing anything because I liked it the way it was. Now we need to take a look at it and see this garbage right here, this extraneous stuff. If we want to get rid of that, what we're going to need to do is to add a pixel layer on top of our adjustments layer. So we'll just go down here and click where it says Add Pixel Layer. And now we've got our own little pixel layer. And it already selected itself. So once you have the pixel layer selected, then you can go over here to the Paintbrush tool and click that. And make sure that the white circle is in front of the black circle. Remember that white hides anything on the lower layer under the pixel layer. In this case, our pencil marks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and see this extraneous stuff. we're going to paint over that. And that will get rid of that extraneous stuff. I guess it depends on how much you really care about stuff like that. Sometimes when you do these, they can be get a bit messy, depending on how dark you make your sketch. But personally, it's obvious it's not completely white, but I don't really care about that. A lot of pencil sketches, you don't have a lot of white stuff in the background anyway. There's always a little bit of pencil. But I wanted to get rid of, this stuff that's around my shoulders and all that other stuff. Okay, now that we've painted them over, we are done. So this is pretty easy. And here's my pencil sketch. Have fun with this using your own photos. And remember to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so that you're notified when my next video drops.